baseballs are white, American footballs are brown, and tennis balls are yellow. We don't even think about it really, but the story behind the tennis ball is actually quite interesting, and even involves Sir David Attenborough. I know. Well, here's the tale. Tennis is widely known to be a French sport. It dates back to the 12th century when people used handmade balls, and it was then called tennis, which is the verb to hold in French. And people used some pretty wacky material to make the balls with. Cork, wool, chalk, animal fur, and even human hair. A few centuries on, Germany got dead into the tennis too, but wanted to make a few modifications to the ball to make it a bit more effective. Around this time, an American chemist had just created something called vulcanized rubber. Out of that, people started developing air-filled rubber balls, which were properly bouncy, but either red or grey in colour. These were manufactured in Melton Mowbray. That's right, the home of the pork pie. One problem, the balls kept on breaking on impact with the racket. The call of new balls please seemingly coming over every other point. Step forward English lawyer and tennis enthusiast John Moyer Heathcote, who suggested balls be covered in flannel to stop them from degrading. And thus the modern-day tennis ball was born. But these were white or black, so how did they become yellow? Well, in 1967, the controller of BBC Two, one Sir David Attenborough, decided the corporation should show Wimbledon on colour TV. He got his wish, and it was wide into people's homes across the country. The only sticking point, the white balls were nearly impossible to see on the screen. So the International Tennis Federation, sensing an opportunity, started developing a new ball that would be visible even without the need for 4K LED displays. Not that anyone had that in the late 60s. After rigorous testing, they came up with the colour optic yellow and decided every ball be coated in that colour from there on in. And there you have it. Tennis balls are yellow, all because Sir David Attenborough wanted to watch Wimbledon from the comfort of his own front room. You could say the ITF aced it.
Charlie, before you even groan, I've got to read you this message.
Oh, gosh.
Because this is how bad it's got. Daz says, I'm looking forward to the same old rigmarole when Max Rushden and Charlie Baker pretend to complain about the opening music on the warm-up and then act all surprised when the real Go Get It music hits. It's what Saturday mornings were made for, Go Get It.
Pretend?
And
Who's pretending?
I hope management are listening, because this has got to this stage now that listeners think that this is a bit. Listeners think that this, I don't know why you're laughing, listeners think this is a bit.
I'm laughing at
this
the incredulity of the whole thing, Max.
I understand, mate. Sometimes you just have to laugh.
You know what? You know what, Max? You laugh or you cry.
Exactly.
If we don't laugh, what are we going to do?
Well, it's just... I think this is sort of end game status now.
Do you think this is it now?
I think this is it now. If listeners think that we are doing this just for some sort of cheap laugh at the start of our heavily produced radio show, if they think we're doing this as some kind of running gag...
I've done nothing for
probably...
a cheap laugh. Never, ever done anything for a cheap laugh. Boom! And on that, and that was enough. That was enough for the producers.
Suddenly, here we go. Suddenly, the boss, he rang up. The head of this whole organisation went, put that music on. Here we go, everybody. Go Get It's incoming. Dance if you want to, we do. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the world's biggest sports radio station. This is talkSPORT. My name's Max Rushden. Alongside me, Charlie Baker. And Charlie, this isn't just any warm-up. This is just any warm-up.
This is just any warm-up. The double award-winning, award-retired warm-up Max on Saturday, the 8th of November 2025. And at 12:30, it's Tottenham, the Spurs, versus Manchester United, the Red Devils. In the Premier League, it's a talkSPORT exclusive presented by Rashman Chowdhury. Commentary from Sam, the sausage gilet man Matterface, and former England captain Stuart, Psycho, Pierce, the OB producer. It's amen time!
Yes!
Get it! At 12:30, it's Millwall v Preston in the Championship. It's a talkSPORT 2 exclusive, presented by Natalie Sawyer. Commentary from Ian the Duke of Nuts for Danta, and former Arsenal winger Perry Groves, the OB producer. It's Ian Danta. Get it! And at 14:30, it's GameDay Live. Forget it.
Forget about it, you dirty piece of muck!
Who's the best in the business? You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. It's Adrian Durham, Mickey Gray, and Scott Minto. It's on talkSPORT. Adrian, forget about it. The best.
Forget about it.
Adrian Durham, with all the goals as they go in from the Premier League and the EFL, including Everton, the Toffees, versus Fulham, the Cottagers, and West Ham, the Hammers, versus Burnley, the Clarets. Plus, a classified results service at 17:15. Notabalate. Mickey is at Everton. Scott is at West Ham. And Adrian is at Stoke. At 15 o'clock, it's Stoke versus Coventry in the Championship. It's a talkSPORT 2 exclusive.
Not on UK TV.
It is not on UK TV.
It is not on UK TV.
Not on UK TV. Go get it! It's presented by Natalie Sawyer. Commentary from Adam Stamford Bridge. Oh no. And former Scotland striker Chris Ualumo, the OB producer. Oh, it's Adam Bridge. Bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. Go get it! And at 20 o'clock, it's Chelsea v Wolves in the Premier League. It's a talkSPORT exclusive presented by Faye Carruthers. Commentary from Jim, Torquay United, Proudfoot, and former West Ham manager Alan Pardew, the OB producer. It's Salama! Get it! It's Big Ticket Live, Premier League, Championship, action you can't afford to miss.
Oh, lovely stuff, Charlie. That was a really good one.
It was a lot, wasn't it? But it was all the classics. We played all the hits there, Max.
Oh, God.
Wasn't it? Izzy Minter, Dance,
do you know what?
Adam Bridge, Salah Ahmad.
I really worked on the Adam Bridge. I really really tried to sing it properly, because I sometimes think, because there are radio stations where they play songs that have like been, produced and sung well, and they occasionally say, "Come on, guys, you got to up your game." So I really went for it today. There's lots of feedback.
I felt like you've been working hard on your Bridge Over Troubled Water, and it showed, Max.
Thanks so much. Marbles says, quality Go Get It segment this week only spoilt by the cynical listeners suggesting the wrong music at the start is contrived.
Who's thinking?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Can we get a Go Get It?
Why would we do that, Max?
I don't know. I don't know. It'd be such a terrible radio idea. Can we get a Go Get It for York City under-12s again? No. In the changing rooms about to go out for the warm-up for a game versus Techers. Can't be playing? Come on, York. You can beat Techers. Because they'll be all fancy tricks and your side foot pass. 4-4-2, under-12s, York City. Get it launched. Yeah. The boys would love some good vibes from you two before they head out. Go get it.
We don't do Go Get It requests. We don't do that.
Meditation Dan has been in touch. I'm absolutely sick of it. Oh, yeah. No amount of meditation can calm me down. Again, you're on the wrong sides on YouTube. talkSPORT overlords, shame on you. They're holding you back from being the next Anton Deck. I'm off for a run. Just on the visuals, Charlie, because we're live on the radio, also on YouTube and your TV of any sort. Barca Jim has been in touch. Says two things. He says, new camera, Max, it's unforgiving. So I
think it looks good, Max. You look very handsome.
Really, thanks. That's very
taken years off you. It's like Benjamin. It's like doing radio with Benjamin Button.
That's it. And then he says, the wide shots of Charlie dancing have the air of that harmless bloke on his own in the corner of the pub, who no one goes near as he's overdone substances.
Doesn't it like no one's turned up to do the show with me?
Singing along in the jukebox. The Mintomaniacs out in full force today. Who cares about the Tottenham game, says Darren in Gosport. Can I pitch the idea of Band-Aid style Go Get It's for Christmas? Have them done by a selection of presenters and celebrities. I'm not sure what bit we could get Bono to do, though, says Colin.
That'd be amazing.
In London.
The real dream of the Go Get It's is to get the people who like get Kylie Minogue involved. Like she comes on, does spinning around. You know, like a sort in a sort of Jules Holland sort of hootenanny way. The Go Get It hootenanny. You know, and here's Art Garfunkel, and here's Art Garfunkel. And Adam, we're next to Adam Bridge, and Adam does some like co-coms and stuff next to Art Garfunkel. Be lovely, wouldn't it? We'd all enjoy that. Oh, on that note, Max, if there are any budding stand-up comedians out there, right? This is a bit. If you were in 1995, this would get you a 20-year career in 1995. I went to see Bob Dylan last night at in Brighton, right? In Brighton, at the same venue they do the darts in, right? Mm-hmm. They do the Premier League darts in the venue in Brighton, and Bob Dylan was there last night. And what you do if you were a stand-up comedian in about 1995 is you go, imagine if Bob hangs around for the darts, right? And then you go, you require 95. You know, you could get 5 minutes out of that. Luke Littler in the game. You'd get like hours out of that if you were doing that. 20. Yeah. Be like that. You get hours. If any comedians are out there that want to go back in time, just go for it.
Oh, I see.
Knock yourself out.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, good idea.
Really good idea. Anyway, Quaker Forest going to join us. We're going to look at some Premier League action now. This is the warm-up on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins, doing what matters for the trade. Find out more at travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
a big weekend we've got on talkSPORT. And it's about to heat up again. Polinia, it is 2-0.
It's found Fernandez. He can find the corner.
And this is the moment. This is the season.
Great ball, Marino, 2-0. Lovely goal for Arsenal. Second deflection and in. Goal within 44 seconds in the second half. Caicedo down the middle. He squares it to Pedro. It's 1-0 to Chelsea. Schade, he's in. He scores. Back out to Guimaraes, and Bruno Guimaraes gets above the marker and heads the ball in. Tapped in by Watkins. 1-1.
And Semenyo finishes the night off.
You just don't get drama like this anywhere else.
This is a big game for both these clubs.
Sarr hits it in for 3.
Into the area. Welbeck's header. And they've done it.
What an epic battle we have unfolding.
It's Haaland. It's another record, another goal. Given away, Mo Salah. This time he'll count.
The drama, the tension.
This is Premier League football at its best.
The best league in the world.
Yeah. Welbeck
back to
robbed.
Charlie.
Welbeck robbed of an England place.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, okay.
Take it. It's what we all want. It's like the opposite of Theo Walcott going, isn't it? It's like someone right at the other end of their career. There's still time. Still a
He's the
chance.
oldest person we could get. Yeah, look, he's a lovely footballer. Tony in West London says, hi, Max and Charlie.
Yeah.
After a long week with my nose to the grindstone, what better way to start the weekend with silliness? Just what we need. The floor is yours. Crack on,
Silliness.
he says. Al, the Arsenal fan, says, morning, Max and Charlie. Max, you have a brighter light bulb. Now we can see your boyish good looks. Charlie, your hair is normally great, but today not so.
Well, I've just had to sort my hair out. Yeah, I've just had to sort.
There's always tomorrow, he says. Love the intro. Can't believe I'm a man in his late 50s singing away and dancing along with you two dumplings. My dog looks at me very confused. And this one, Dan from Hoddesdon says, we're giving me, thanks for giving me extra motivation on the tricep extensions.
Oh, lovely.
At the gym after serenading Adam Bridge. I nearly lost the whole machine. I was laughing so much. Jim must have thought I was mental. I'm all in on the go-get-its, he says.
That's what it's for.
Should we bring in Quaker Afari?
Yes,
Let's do
please.
it. Here we go.
Let's go surfing now. Everybody's
Everybody's learning how to Quaker Afari with me. Quaker Afari with me. Hey, Quaker, what's going on?
Hey, Quakes.
Good, thank you, guys. How are you getting on?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, very good, thank
Yeah,
you. Where
very
should we
good.
start? Game day, Spurs, Man United. We do quite a lot of Spurs
wow.
with Chris Powers in a minute, but it's a big game. It's the early kick-off. We have commentary. How do you see it going?
Yeah, it's a really interesting one with Spurs because it's Jekyll and Hyde when it comes to Spurs in the Champions League and the Premier League. In the Champions League, they're still unbeaten and they're going really well. In the Premier League, they've been inconsistent. And you'll be able to tell me this is your big team to win things, Max, in terms of Spurs. I love Thomas Frank as a manager, and I think he's amazing. I think if Spurs fans give him time, he'll stabilise that club and maybe return them to where they were under Pochettino. But in terms of the style of football, there is a feeling within Spurs fans that they don't only want to win games, they want to be entertained. And I don't begrudge them that. They're totally entitled to feel that way. They pay the price of admission to that expensive stadium to go and be entertained. But I just feel like the mesh between Thomas Frank and Spurs isn't as seamless as you'd like to think.
Well, I think it's still pretty early. I'm pretty relaxed. I think you're right. First thing, shore up the defence. Yes, it doesn't look creative, that brilliant. More, look, they've lost loads of games at home. They're bad at home at the moment. And, you want to be good at, you want to win all your games. But actually, if you have a really good home record and not a great away record, you're forgiven much more. I think it's
they haven't got the players, have they? They haven't got the players to do that. They haven't got a full squad of players to play that way, let alone, two players in each position.
Yeah, I mean, they're missing some creativity in Maddison and Kulusevski, and it takes time. Like Xavi Simons is taking time. Like he's clearly a lovely creative footballer, a bit like Florian Wirtz, probably not quite that level, but similar. And the physicality is a struggle for him. But I can see quite. The Chelsea game was really bleak. I mean, you probably watched it, Quaker, and thought, "Well, Spurs are bad." But the win against Copenhagen had some positives. It was only Copenhagen, but anyway, as I said, we're going to do a lot of Spurs in a bit.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spend hours on it because I could do hours on it. What about your lot then? Home to Wolves. Rob Edwards looks like he's on his way there. You're an odd team, Quaker. You're really odd. I can't work you out.
We're an odd team. Also, Rob Edwards' decision to join Wolves is an odd decision, in my opinion, anyway. I don't want to say he was fortunate to get the Borough job, but after what happened to Luton, his stock wasn't the highest. doing really well with Borough, and it seems like he's jumping ship to a situation that is not great. I don't think a world-class manager will keep Wolves up this season if you look at their squad, let alone a manager who last time we saw him in the Premier League, it wasn't great for Luton. So that's an interesting decision from Robert. We'll see how he gets on. Obviously, we hope that he does well because he is a good manager. But I just find his decision quite interesting. With Chelsea, again, one of the most consistently inconsistent sides in the Premier League. We had a really good result against Spurs on the weekend. Could have been 4 or 5 if Chelsea took their chances. And then in midweek against Qarabağ, who have been good in the Champions League this season, Chelsea struggled to a 2-2 draw and could have lost that game. So with Chelsea and this young team, it's about trying to find that consistency, and that's what marks a great team. That's what marks teams that are going to challenge for the title. If you look at how Arsenal are going, or even Man City, they can just run off 5 or 6 games where they win consistently against teams that should beat, and that's what Chelsea can't do this season. If you think about the home losses against Sunderland, and you think about the inconsistent performances in both the Champions League and Premier League, this is the Chelsea side that need to find a way of putting a string of wins together. I think against Wolves, who haven't got a manager at the moment and are the worst team in the Premier League that haven't won a game yet, Chelsea should win this one. But I'm not going to this game with full confidence because I've seen Chelsea drop points at home against teams of this calibre.
Yeah, Lars joined us on Wednesday, didn't he, Max? And he suggested that Qarabağ would give Chelsea some problems. So he did sort of predict that. Well, just on the Rob Edwards thing, we were chatting pre-show, Max and I, Kwaku, and I was just saying, there must be some sort of advice given to managers from other managers that you keep moving. That you are probably only ever 5 games from the sack, so you probably have to keep moving, and there must be a financial difference. But I agree with you. When you're at a club like Middlesbrough that gives managers time, I don't know why you wouldn't stay there, but it doesn't
really make sense. Again, there's a connection between him and Wolves. I can understand it, but it's from my point of view, it's almost like Frank Lampard. There's a job that comes up in the Premier League and Frank Lampard jumps at that job. We've seen what you're like in the Premier League, and you'll be given more time. If you take Borough up, you'll be given more time. Whereas if after 7 or 8 games with Wolves you haven't won, you could lose your job. I don't know. I just found it an interesting move. I'm sure Borough fans aren't too happy either.
The flip side is he's probably getting $1 million more, which is good, isn't it? I'm obviously loyal to talkSPORT, but I reckon if somebody offered Charlie $1 million more, he'd jump ship. I wouldn't, of course. But also, they have self-belief. If I'm honest. Yeah, that's true. Managers have self-belief, don't they? So they think, I could go there and I could change things. But you're right, he needs to get a long-term deal and say, look, if they go down, you've got to stick with me. And then perhaps, he's seen Middlesbrough a lot of times, under different managers, of course, look quite good and not quite make the step up. It's still no guarantee that they'd go up from the Championship. Sunderland, Arsenal then. Can you see Sunderland getting something?
I think we're all hoping, right? We all want a title race. And Sunderland are unbeaten in their last 3. They've done really well this season. No one really expected this. People thought they'd be plucky and give teams a good game, but they are comfortably in the European place right now. And I don't think anybody had that in their bingo card at the beginning of the season. But this is Arsenal, and this is the best team in the Premier League, if not the best team in Europe. They don't concede goals. They constantly win games that aren't the most exciting, but if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be absolutely loving it. Ignore the outside noise, Arsenal fans. This is it hasn't been as good as this in 20 years. Winning. People can talk about how turgid or boring football is, but Arsenal fans shouldn't care about that. Every week they go to watch their football team, they know they're going to win a game. And I think Sunderland will score. I do think Sunderland will score and break that streak of clean sheets for Arsenal, but I do think Arsenal will figure out a way to win this game because they're just that good.
I think it's a really exciting Premier League season, actually. I think it's really a tight top and bottom. You don't know who's going to go down. I can't call who's going to win the league. I know Arsenal are clear at the moment, but Man City looks so strong with Haaland. I just can't call either end of it or the middle or any of it. I think it's really a really good season.
I was going to say this, Kwaku. This is from Matt. Says, idea for a feature. Birthday quakes. Kwaku asked you and Charlie to guess the ages of present and former footballers' lowest cumulative score wins. Nothing like it has ever been done.
It feels like something similar happens, but I don't know.
Does it sound like something could? Is there a feature on a show that is like that? I don't know if there is, but why don't we try? It's got a good name, Birthday Quakes.
That's good.
I like it.
We'll keep that bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Good idea. Yeah, we'll keep that bit or something with quakes.
Earthquakes. Earthquakes.
Okay, earthquakes. Okay, we'll work out what the quiz is next week. Hey, thanks, Quake. Good stuff.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
Quake Wafari there. It is Max and Charlie on the warm-up. The jump season is back on Racing TV. You can enjoy a free month right now. Watch live racing from Cheltenham, Aintree, Punchestown and so much more. Head to racingtv.com/free trial now to get your free month. The jumps look better on Racing TV. To celebrate, Racing TV is giving away a pair of tickets to the New Year's Day racing at Cheltenham, a 50-inch TV and a 1-year subscription to the channel. Go to talksport.com/win to enter 18+. T's and C's apply.
Yeah.
Breathtaking. Dan says, how about Girthquakes, where Max and Charlie guess that never mind.
Never mind. No, thank you, Dan. Thank you.
No, never mind. Bosses may have an issue with it. Anyway, it's time for this.
Get in the ring to win on talkSPORT.
We have a new prize up for grabs. We're giving you the chance. I thought it'd be some music, Charlie, but we're giving you the chance to win. Could you just do some, do some beatboxing, thanks. We're giving you the chance to win 2 tickets to the highly anticipated rematch between Chris Eubank Jr., just down a bit, just a bit lower, and Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday, the 15th of November. The prize includes a one-night stay at a 5-star hotel in London, plus £5,000, spending money to make it an unforgettable weekend. Listen up, here's how to enter.
Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word BOX to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 13th of November at 1 p.m. and you need to answer our call to win. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
It's a lot today, isn't it? It's a lot today, isn't it? There's a lot of stuff going on.
Enjoyed your pathetic trumpet. It made me laugh. Right, let's do some Spurs. They play Man United today, 12:30 kickoff at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Chris Paros, Tottenham fan, broadcaster. Got an honorary degree from somewhere. They'll give them to anyone, won't they? But here she is. Hey, Chris.
She's a high achiever.
Yeah.
Mickey van der Ven. Mickey van der Ven. That's all I've got to say today.
What a goal.
All I've got to say.
Where were you there?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so where in the ground are you relative to where Mickey van der Ven started and finished?
So he started at the other end, and as he was running, I was like, he's not going to, is he? Because last time he did that, he squared the ball off at the end. But basically, in line with us, maybe just he was a bit further forward, is where he shot.
I said it's... Yeah.
Centre half doing that. It's unbelievable. And he just put the burners on and they didn't know what to do with him.
Yeah,
I mean, they should have...
I said to Charlie... Yeah, I said to Charlie, it was like a goal you see in a computer game and you instantly say, this computer game is rubbish because that's really unrealistic. Goals don't happen like that in real football.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it felt like he was just going to take the game by the scruff of the neck. He was like, right, I'm fed up with this now. I'm just going to do it. And then actually it sort of opened the floodgates, because after that we're just attacking from all angles. You know, the ball was going out to the wings, we were running at them. I think once we'd seen that Mickey could do that, they all started running at the opposition, and we saw what the final score was.
Yeah, really
so
great.
I'm hoping that there'll be a bit more bravery today, actually.
Yeah, the trouble is you've got now is that you've made Real Madrid aware of Mickey van der Ven because of that goal, so he'll now be on their list, and that will be.
Do you think he wasn't before?
No, he wasn't on. They won't have heard of him before. They'll be like, oh, now we can go for him, But I think Spurs. I think you've got the right manager, but not the right players, and that's going to take time, Chris.
Yeah, I think that's right. And I think, we've heard very much from, the powers that be, that they back the manager and they want to invest in the team, that January is a difficult transfer window to do anything sort of transformatory, but we'll be making some investment. And I guess we'll see. I think I say it a lot, we've got to continue to hold our nerve. And I think the culture, Thomas Frank's building a really good culture there. He's got a good group of players. He's specifically said at the fan forum, and I think you can see that amongst the team. So, I think he's definitely the right man. I think, but with such short-termism in football, we've just got to make sure that we don't sort of succumb to that, if you like, and give him the time that he needs.
Yeah, I like when he says, the highs are never that high, the lows are never that low, which is how every football fan treats football, of course. But I think in that Copenhagen game, and it was just Copenhagen, right? I understand that. But the positives I thought were that Davi Simmons looked like he had a slightly better game. Kolo Muani, even though he missed a couple of sitters, was playing, showed what we need from a centre forward. Because I think that role, in the way that Tottenham play at the moment, you sort of need a Drogba type player, someone that can hold it up but can also get in behind. And there's a weird selection of centre forwards at Tottenham that if you put them all together, you'd have one really good one, I think.
I think centre forward is definitely our issue, but I mean, it's everyone's issue, right? And we had the luxury of the greatest centre forward in the game currently for many, many years. And so it's always going to be hard after someone like Harry Kane leaves. But, you know, I think you've got to give them time, got to give someone like Kolo Muani time to bed in. I think that might have been his first or second start, I'm not sure. You know, and Xavi Simons is a young man and he got player of the match on Tuesday. And I think, you know, just got to kind of get into it and get into what it feels like to play in English football. We thought he'd have a good game against Copenhagen because I think probably that European style of football suits him a bit more. But, you know, he'll get into it. You've got to give, you know, I do think it sounds like a terrible cliche, but you do have to give players time. I think, you know, you come from a different country, you're a young man, you need time to kind of settle culturally as well as on the football pitch. I think we'll see the best of him sort of coming into February and March of next year.
Yeah, Man United at home today on a pretty good run of form. Man United, normally it would be Dr. Tottenham for Man United, but maybe it's the other way round today.
Manager of the month curse for Amorim, yes, please.
Okay, right, okay.
So he won Manager of the month for the week, didn't he? So, you know, I think law says
he does, yeah.
He has to lose. He has to lose this game. Look, they're on a good run. They seem to have sort of found where they are, but they are unpredictable. They can hurt you, you know, on their day, but they haven't got the aura they used to. And I think we've won 5 of our last 6 games against them. I think it's 5 or 6. So we've got into it feeling confident. And I think, you know, look, Max, we've talked about this before. There's something a bit Spurs around turning up and just thinking you're going to win if you're playing the likes of Copenhagen, let's say. But actually, we put them to the sword.
Yeah.
So you want to see them coming out of the traps, you know, with real kind of aggression and hunger today because you're playing Manchester United at home. And, you know, that's what we expect to see. And I think if we do that, I think we could, you know, I do want to put them to the sword today. And I think we can.
Would you like the game to be higher or lower quality than the Europa League final?
Take the same result, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, yes, I definitely like the higher quality, but I'd sacrifice the higher quality for 3 points. I know that's not a very Spurs fan thing to say, but actually what I really want today is 3 points because despite the weirdness of our season so far and, you know, not managing to beat Wolves at home, not managing to beat Villa at home, we're still sort of in amongst it. So I think, you know, picking up 3 points before an international break is important.
And just finally, on your scale of favourite Tottenham goals, where is that Mickey van der Ven
that's nice, yeah.
one go? What's number one for you?
I think that might be at number 1 for now because it's a centre-half. Because you love Mickey, because he's your high school heartthrob. Can't you imagine him in like a Netflix series about an American high school as the quarterback?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You know, and then there he goes from.
There's always Hoddle v Oxford though, just dropping the shoulder and the whole defence split and then
Ricky
the
Villa,
keeper.
surely Ricky Villa in the FA Cup. Ricky or Mickey? 81089.
No, Ricky or Mickey. I think I didn't. Okay, I'll answer that as goals that I've seen live.
Okay.
Mickey.
But
yeah, Hoddle v Oxford. There was that volley he scored against someone in red. Was it Forest Hoddle? That is. Even Richie's overhead kick was great. There was one goal actually that Jermaine Defoe scored against Manchester City when we beat them 3-1, I think it was, and Clint Dempsey scored the other one. And I don't know what it was about that, but it actually made me weep in the stadium because it was so.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But yeah, I think I'm just going to say Mickey, just because, you know, got a short memory.
Yeah, recency bias, Chris. Bias. I like it. Yeah. I like it. You're my favourite pundit we've had on this morning. You know, our favourite guest.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Congratulations on your degree. What was great about Chris got an honorary degree was she lifted it up like it was the FA Cup.
Yeah, it's beautiful, yeah.
You know, nobody else
put it on her head.
Had this thing to put it there going, and then she tried to drink a litre of champagne out of it. This is the warm-up on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins, doing what matters for the trade. Find out more at travisperkins.co.uk or download the app.
hello. I wish I was a little.
And now, before we play How Tall Are They, it's Max and Charlie here, by the way, on the warm-up until 11. Ty has been in touch.
Morning, Ty.
Morning, chaps. Says Ty, I had a disaster here. I forgot to put the guard on the old beard trimmer.
Oh, yeah.
Beard trimmer.
Yeah,
he's got a 2-inch patch of naught length on his face. Yeah, so what does he do? He's either it all goes.
Your only option is to either shave it down to a moustache, whichever style you like. Some more controversial than others, or just start again.
Squares. What about squares?
A square, or mutton chops. Depends where depends where the bit is.
Yeah, it depends where the bit. Where's your bit? 8:1089 at Max Rushden at Baker's Tweet. Let's play How Tall Are They? It's a huge game in the context of the season. Obviously, there's still some controversy over Danny Kelly and Perry Groves. I can't remember who went through. Who went through in the second? In the first,
Perry Groves went through. I think
Perry Groves
said, "Give my love to Mrs. Kelly." Danny, it was a bit of
that was a bit pointy,
bit of afters. There was some afters,
especially after what's happened between all of those, between all of them.
Yeah,
but we couldn't possibly get into that on air.
But
anyway,
that.
Let's play. It's a huge game at home. It's Adrian Clark.
Hello.
Yo, Adrian.
Yo, Adrian!
Yo, Adrian!
Yo, Adrian!
Yo, Adrian!
Yo, Adrian! Welcome, Clarky.
Good morning.
Good morning, Clarky. Very good.
Oh, you're 2-1 down. You're 2-1 down.
Wow.
You're in a tricky spot here, aren't you?
Didn't turn up in the first leg, I've got to be honest. But look, I'm up against a real talent, aren't I? Ollie Klink. I mean, he's good at everything. He's annoyingly good, isn't he?
Well, he does a lot, doesn't he? I don't know if he's good at everything, but he does a lot.
Good impressions. He's a good presenter. He's good at everything. He's a good reporter.
He gives everything a good go, Clarky, doesn't he? It's nice. Enthusiasm's good.
Yeah. Let's bring him in. It's Clinkety Clink.
Clinkety clink. Clinkety clink.
Clinkety Clink.
Clinkety clink. Clinkety clink.
Clinkety Clink.
Clinkety clink. Clinkety clink.
Ollie Klink.
Clinkety clink.
Welcome, Ollie Klink.
Good morning, guys. How are we doing?
Oh, very good, Clinky. Yeah,
good. Thank you.
Very
2-1 now. Adrian Clark in the previous round. I don't know who did you knock out, Clark, in the last round because you absolutely hammered him.
Charlotte, wasn't it? Charlotte Richardson.
Charlotte Richardson. Yeah, I don't think she's broadcast since it was just too much.
Too much.
It was a career ender, wasn't it? It was like one of those.
It was so long ago, though.
They'll never guess heights again. So
just on the camera situation, Clarky's in the passenger seat. Who's driving you today, Clarky? You seem to be.
It's just more room in the passenger seat. I'm parked up.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm actually at the Leicester City training ground. My son is at the academy or pre-academy, and he's about to play a match.
Lovely.
And I've snuck out to do How Tall Are They?
Sit in the passenger seat.
And where do we find you, Ollie Klink?
I'm just in my sitting room, Max.
Oh, that's nice.
So at the moment, this camera angle always makes it look like I'm in a
cell,
broom cupboard or a cell.
Yeah.
But it's actually quite spacious, and looking forward to the game.
Lovely. Do you think the youngest man who says sitting room? Do you reckon Ollie Klink's the youngest man to say sitting room? Maybe
lounge.
Are you in a sitting? Do you have a sitting room? 8:1089. Let us know. Let's play, everybody. Here we go. Okay, so Adrian Clark is at home. Ollie Klink is 2-1 up, but Clarkie is a notoriously difficult place to go. The heights are to celebrate what the world needs, which is Gianni Infantino probably giving Donald Trump a peace prize. They are peace-related footballers.
Yeah.
Peace-related footballers. So we begin, Clarkie, with Steve Truce. How tall is Steve Truce? Steve Bruce.
I mean, who is
Clarkie,
Steve Truce?
Steve Bruce. How tall is Steve Bruce?
Oh, Steve Bruce. Oh, right.
Yeah, it's a pun. It's a pun, Clarkie. Yeah, it's going to take a long time.
Welcome, Clarkie. Welcome to the game.
Yeah, hello, Clarkie. Yeah.
It wasn't the greatest, was it? Wasn't the greatest link.
Wow.
I thought it was our best one, Steve Truce.
I think.
Not our greatest, slamming the competition.
He's probably shrunk a bit, hasn't he? I'm going to go 6 foot.
6 foot, Ollie Klink.
Steve Truce. I think he might be 6'1".
Oh, he's 6 foot.
Yo, Adrian!
Yo, Adrian!
Adrian!
It's 2-2. This is good stuff. 2-2. It's exactly what we wanted.
Okay, Ollie Klink. How tall is Papis Ceasefire? Papis Ceasefire. Papis Cease.
Lovely ceasefire. I'm going to go... I think he might be taller than he looks. I'm going to go 6'1" again.
6'1", Adrian Clark.
Yeah, he's quite lanky, I would suggest. Let's go 6'2".
5'11". 5'11". Wrong way Eagles. Wrong way Eagles. Here we go. Moving on.
So look, still 2-2 on aggregate.
It's exciting.
How tall, Clarky, is Sammy Hippie? Because Hippie's like peace.
Hippie loves
Sammy Hippia.
Peace man.
How tall is Peace Man? Peace and love.
Yeah,
How tall is Sammy Hippia?
He's a unit, isn't he? He's got to be a unit. Okay. Big centre half. 6'3".
6'3". Ollie, clinkety clink.
I'm going to go 6'2".
Oh, 6'4", wrong way, Regal. Still 2-2.
Wrong way,
Still
Clinky.
Wrong way.
Ollie Klink, how tall is the Treaty of Versailles Berkovich?
Yeah, good.
The Treaty of Versailles Berkovich.
We should get Ollie on more because he
loves the jokes, doesn't he? It's great.
He's good at everything.
Clarky had mind games early on, kind of pretending he didn't know Steve True's.
Yeah, that was true.
What was it, Versailles Berkovich?
Isle Berkovich.
Treaty of Versailles Berkovich.
Right, 5'11".
5'11". Adrian Clark.
Smaller, I think. Smaller. Let's go 5'9".
Ooh, he's 5'7". I think Ollie did you dirty there because he went far too tall. Far too tall.
Okay, so finally, Clarky, nominated for 5 Nobel Peace Prizes but never got one. For goodness sake, Clarky, I can forgive you for not knowing Lincoln players during an EFL commentary, but Steve Truce going over your head is embarrassing. Wow. Here we go. He's nominated for 5 Peace Prizes but never got one.
Unbelievable.
Mahatma Gandhi, how tall? Also played 325 games for Stockport County in the 40s. Mahatma Gandhi, how tall, Clarky, is Mahatma Gandhi?
Mahatma Gandhi?
Yeah, Gandhi. How tall was Gandhi? Yeah.
How tall was Gandhi?
I don't think he was massive, let's be honest.
Okay.
I think he was tiny. I'm going to go 5'5".
Okay. Ollie Klink?
I think I'm going to go lower here. I think it's a risky play, 5'4".
It's 5'5".
Yo, Adrian! Klink's gone. Clark,
what a way to win! What a way to win! A direct hit on Mahatma Gandhi.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Adrian! We won!
Wow.
Absolutely
Wow.
buzzing.
He never gave up, did he? He never gave up. Clinky was phoning it in many ways, I thought.
I see. Were you saying Clarky or Gandhi never gave up? I mean,
No.
the truth is true for both, isn't it? And what we don't, who's contributed more to the world?
Yeah,
Mahatma Gandhi or Adrian Clark? Very hard to know. Clarky,
0 appearances for Arsenal.
That's a massive win.
Clinky didn't do one impression in that whole round, and that's him phoning it in. He's got a bar. Better just play how tall are they? Didn't try. Didn't miss back.
Well, it's unbelievable, Charlie. Can you believe it this morning?
Oh, I love
Adrian
Ken Bruce. I love Ken Bruce.
Ken Truce.
Come on.
Ken Truce. Ken Truce, that was good, Clinky. Now you started now. Come on.
That was so good. Hey, Ollie, unlucky because that was to get done by Mahatma Gandhi on the river is that is tough. Isn't it? How do you feel?
There we are.
Absolutely devastated, but also in the interests of peace and fair play and love to the world. I want to congratulate Mr. Adrian Clark from his spacious passenger seat.
That's nice, isn't it?
That's beautiful. Clarky, into the quarterfinals. How do you feel?
Very kind of you, Ollie. Much appreciated. Look, maybe some mind games at the start when I'm sort of praising you up, saying how great you are, everything. Maybe you just took your foot off the gas. I don't know, but
absolutely. He's playing it. He's played Clink like a fool. That's what he's done. He said Clink's good.
Clarky, how did you find out there was more space in the passenger seat?
The steering wheel's not in the way.
Oh
is it?
yeah, sure. Of what?
That was the logic. Yeah,
sure.
I mean,
pretty
what do you mean, Charlie? Isn't it? There is more space.
Yeah, sure, of course.
Surely he's sat in the passenger
seat.
seat.
I apologise.
Before. I don't know what you're insinuating.
I have no idea.
Through to the quarterfinal. So this is a huge result. So he joins all the other people who've qualified. I don't know. So either we start the quarterfinals next week, or depending on what Ali McCoist wants, we have a rematch between Perry Groves and Danny Kelly.
It's an
we
international
don't know at this
break next
stage.
week, so.
Thank you, Ollie. Into the plate competition, which starts in about 2 years' time. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much.
Good stuff. Clarky, see you in the next round.
Yeah, I'll speak to you sometime next year for that fixture.
Yeah, lovely. And how good was that, Charlie?
Oh, it's a great game. It's a great game.
Clarkey played us. He played everyone.
Tapping him around, didn't get. Oh, I don't. It's rope-a-dope, wasn't he? On the ropes. I don't understand the pun, Steve Truce.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
Stuff.
Brilliant.
So more how tall are they next week? Oh, is it a 3-hour one?
Yes.
Break. Oh, do us a favour.
You've not replied to my. I sent you a new quiz, Max, on the WhatsApp, which was ball bag, which I thought I wondered if you were interested in playing it next week.
I'll give it a go. Does that mean you don't want Jolly Hockey Sticks next week? Have we got time for both?
I don't know. I don't know how good. I'm going to have to play the game. It takes some ball bag takes some. I have to buy some things for it. So
really, okay.
Depends if I remember.
Did not think I would hear anyone shout a direct hit on Mahatma Gandhi on National Radio at 9:55 this Saturday. But wow, what a game! Goosebumps, says this text message.
Very nice.
Lars Siverton will join us. We'll do some more Premier League in just a second.
Life after football. For a lot of players, it means going into punditry. Some turn to coaching or working in the game in other ways. But what about the rest? Some former footballers turn their sights away from the game, and there are a few big surprises. First up, from rainbow flicks to pancake flips. Ex-Chelsea and Southampton defender Ken Monku switched up his footballing career to buy a Dutch pancake house. He bought out the shop, which had been his favourite pancake spot as a child, and before long he was mixing the batter and getting behind the stove. Next, Everton legend Thomas Gravesen swapped out the high stakes of the Premier League for those of the poker room. He made over 150 appearances for the Toffees and won the Scottish Premier League with Celtic. Turned out the Danish international was pretty darn good at poker. He racked up a reported £100 million from his Las Vegas adventures. Remember former Chelsea goalkeeper Petr Cech? Turns out football nets weren't the only goals he was pretty handy in front of. After retirement, he became a goaltender in ice hockey. Same skills, very different surface. And he even won a Division 2 title with Guildford Phoenix. For ex-Liverpool centre-back Daniel Agger, it wasn't just fancy footwork that was in his blood. He was also pretty good with his hands. The Denmark international turned to tattoo artistry after he hung up his boots. He'd qualified as a skin artist while at Anfield, and he then became the co-owner of his own tattoo company as well. It's not all glamour for ex-pros, though. 1966 World Cup winner Ray Wilson set up a very different kind of business. He became an undertaker after he retired. Finally, not many people can say they've won both a World Cup and starred in an Oscar-winning film. In fact, there's only one person in the entire world who can say that. Frank Leboeuf, the former Chelsea defender, was part of the 1998 France squad who won the World Cup. He ended up marking Brazil's Ronaldo in the final and helped his side to a 3-0 win. But Leboeuf had already begun acting on the side while he was playing football, and his biggest role came some years after his retirement when he landed the part of a doctor in the Stephen Hawking biopic The Theory of Everything.
I embrace the career of acting, so I want to learn more. So seeing lots of movies is a part of my job.
To be honest, with all the dramatic diving in the game these days, there's probably tons of ex-pros who've got the acting skills to make it in Hollywood.
Hey, morning everybody. It is the warm-up on talkSPORT. The thing is about doing this thing, Simon and Jim did that a lot this week, so we shouldn't really, we shouldn't really compliment, should we? It is Max Rushden and Charlie Baker with you until 11 on the Game Day warm-up. Rushden taking over at 11 from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Commentary of Tottenham versus Manchester United to kick off Game Day.
Judy Dench, she's on.
Dame Day would be good, wouldn't it?
Chris Biggins in Panto in York. They're all in.
Anyway, it's time now to look at today's action with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Destination football on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Lars,
I don't know.
Welcome, Lars Siverton.
Hello, Lars.
Yeah. I thought you said Dane Day, which really felt quite pointed to the Norwegian who was waiting to come on, yeah. You have the Danes, please.
Exactly.
One for Thomas Frank, maybe pivoting to actually.
We're all breaking up. That's good news. Are you there, Lars?
Yeah.
Are you still there?
I am.
That's good news.
I did notice that Max came in with like the most delayed Lars ever in the intro music.
I gave you
never been bad. Yeah.
I gave you a shout out earlier, Lars. I don't know if you were listening.
Yes.
I gave you kudos because you called the Chelsea Carabag sort of result in many ways. You said that they'd give them problems, and they did.
There's no joke flying to Baku, man. Like, I mean, I like this because it's a genuine throwback to a time when playing away in Europe was difficult. Like, it wasn't always the way it is now, where you just get on a private jet and then you fly an hour and a half and then you play in a stadium that was probably designed by the same architect who did your stadium.
Yeah.
And the facilities are all great. And then you get back on the bus, back on the plane and go home.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like, I honestly think that's one of the reasons why I like that they took away the away goals rules. Because for most of these trips, it's not harder than it is to like go to Norwich or go to Newcastle.
I agree.
Any
That's
of these
a good
places. But actually, going away to Karabakh really is difficult.
It's hard.
Because it's a 5 hour it's a 5 hour flight and a 4 hour time difference. It's no joke. Like it is, and it was. It's nice that and the presence of Khairat Almaty, let's not forget, also adds a whole new layer of it. I'm a big fan of that.
Well, since it was Chelsea who went there, let's talk about Chelsea Wolves. We're going to do some Wolves with Jackie Oatley in a bit, but Chelsea are hard team to work out, aren't they?
Very odd, because there's really great stuff about them, and I maintain I think the Caicedo-Enzo Fernandez duo is the beginnings of what could be a title-winning midfield. I think those two are so good, and whoever you add with them, you know, you have a fair few options to what you want to add to that. But I think that's the start of something. I think in Willian Estevao, I think he's a genuine world star in the making. I think they've got quite a lot of other exciting young players that they've brought in. But there is also, you wonder if there's a little bit of a lack of experience in that group. João Pedro, of course, scored against Spurs, but is he the sort of barnstorming number 9 that you want up top? I was watching a bit of Galatasaray this week in the Champions League, and you watch Victor Osimhen and you just think, he'd really fit in up there. He'd be pretty perfect for this team. So, but there are really great things about Chelsea. And I feel like I've said this many times. I do apologize, but I think it's worth saying because we spend a lot of time making fun of Todd Bowley and the Blue Co and the whole chaos of that and too many players in and all of this. But they have some genuinely brilliant players as well. It's just I think they're looking a little bit for what is their best center-half pairing. I think they still lack a little bit of something in front of goal, but there's so much else that's good about them. And it's not a great game for Wolves to have to play now going away to Stamford Bridge with everything that's going on with them.
Let's go sort of chronologically back. So we've done the 8 o'clock kickoff. Let's do 5:30 Sunderland Arsenal. How do you see it?
I mean, last week went pretty much exactly to plan. Arsenal controlled Burnley and didn't let them create anything and got the goals they wanted somehow. I mean, away to Sunderland should be harder. Sunderland, of course, have had an incredible start to the season. I mean, 4th after 10 games is unbelievable for a newly promoted team. It's so good. And far be it for me to be the wet blanket here. I think they've been, I mean, the fixture list hasn't been the hardest. Their sort of underlying data, the dreaded XG has them more like 10th, 11th in the table. But that's the thing. If you're a newly promoted team, that would also be brilliant. So like not taking anything away from them. There's been quite a lot of talk that this could be the place where Arsenal's brilliant run stops just because Sunderland have been so convincing. But I kind of think this is more of an early like big test for Sunderland, and Arsenal are just so good. Like they don't concede chances. They're so solid defensively, and now they have to do without Gyökeres in addition. But Mikel Merino's going to come in, and you just kind of trust that they'll find a goal from somewhere. And Arsenal is super, super convincing so far.
Burnley have lost 4 of their last 6 in all competitions. West Ham have recorded 1 win in their last 6 Premier League games. That win was the last game, though, so they've got the form and they've got the momentum going in, Lars. I quite fancy West Ham today, I think.
Yeah, because what a win that was against Newcastle.
Really good.
How important was it as well?
Newcastle are bad away, aren't they? I know we're not talking about Newcastle, but
it's really weird. Like their away record. I mean, they've had some really stinky performances away from home. You're right. But I just think for West Ham, that was in danger of getting really, really toxic because they had this bad start to the season. They changed the manager, and Nuno didn't have the immediate impact that we were probably hoping for. So he needed something there, and then they got that win against Newcastle, which not everyone was expecting. And this sets them up against Burnley, who have gotten they're 17th. They've got 10 points out of the first 10, so they're very much like in the race. But again, defaulting back to like the metrics, like the XG is real bad. Like they've got the worst XG numbers in the league by some distance. And let me just know, I know there are a lot of people there who are not converts to the church of XG. So for the benefit of the ones who are a little bit suspicious of that, I can tell you that they're just outright shooting numbers are also horrendous. Like they're producing very, very few shots per game, and then they're conceding almost certain they've conceded the most shots per game in the league, and they've had the fewest shots themselves. So not creating many chances and conceding many chances, which seems bad.
I'd quite like to build the Church of XG. We do so how that would. If any listeners have any idea how that would work,
what would that look like? Yeah.
Well, it would take a long time, I think.
Do you think it would?
Yeah. The cathedral in Cologne that I visited whenever it was. When was it? When were we in Germany? Whenever it was. That took 300 years to build. Imagine day one. How long do you think this will be? I have no idea. Ooh.
And I feel like
can't wait till it's done.
I just feel like during the construction of the Church of XG, the builders would just keep saying the underlying numbers are really good here. It's not actually. That's just variation. That's just kind of, we will eventually, the actual progress will catch up with the underlying numbers of the process.
I just can't wait to see it finished. That's all. I just can't wait to see it finished.
Yeah.
Everton, Fulham. Do you worry for either of these two, or they'll both be fine, but not?
I really don't. It's a little bit freakish this weekend that we've got Everton, Fulham, and West Ham, Burnley as the 3 o'clock kickoffs. But this was one of those weekends, without wanting to open a can of worms here, where I just thought, do we really need the blackout for this? Like, we have this debate regularly, and I completely accept, like, for people who watch the Football League, it's it does dent attendance figures, when there's another game on.
It does.
Yeah, I do get that. I'm just not convinced that there are fans of, whichever teams are at home down the leagues who are like, I'm not going to support my team today. I'm staying in because I am hyped for Everton, Fulham. Like, I'm not sure that's
Burnley. Take your point.
I'm just not sure that's how it works. Like, I get it. If Man United, Liverpool is on, then some people might stay in the. But if you're in Chesterfield and you're like getting ready to go and watch them play Accrington today, or you're going to Harrogate Town, Oldham, or I could reel off all of the fixtures in League Two because I have them in front of me right now. But the point is, like, I don't think this would really kill your vibe for what you're planning.
But it would eventually. The thing is, it would slowly whittle it down. Is the thing.
But it would be quite funny. It would be quite funny if they look at the 3 o'clocks and they go, yeah, these are duds, so we will put them on telly. It would be really insulting.
We've had a good look, and you know what? No one's interested in this.
I just think it's really harsh on West Ham and Everton fans who either can't afford to go or aren't able to go to just kind of sit wherever they are. Like, I can't watch my team today, but like people in Shanghai can. That seems a little mean to me. I don't love that, but that's a discussion maybe we don't need to have right now.
What do you association with NordVPN?
I feel we have that discussion about, is that once a year when that becomes a talking point? It's about once or twice a year we have that big debate, and then we all agree to just do the same thing we're always doing. So, yeah.
Quickly, Lars, Spurs, Man United, how do you see it?
I mean, need a reaction from Spurs here, I think, because this feels weirdly important. Now, if you just look at the table and you know how bad Spurs were 17th last year, you might think that this is fine. But the stuff that Thomas Frank addressed it at the top of the hour here now, this issue of them not creating anything in this game and just how bad they've been at home, just want to add to that. They've got 1 win in 5 at home this season. But what I also want to add to that, I've looked this up. So last season, they beat Aston Villa 4-1 on the 3rd of November in 2024. But after that, they had 2 more wins at home in the league all year. Against the United back in February and then against Southampton in April. So really, since early November last year, if you're a Tottenham season ticket holder or you're just someone who goes a lot, you have seen 3 wins at home in a year. And that is just like, that's not okay. Like, it's not a cheap ground to go to. These are expensive season tickets. And I think there's always been this sort of, during the Daniel Levy era, I think there was an understanding in the Spurs fan base that, okay, we can't really compete with Chelsea, with Man United, with Liverpool, with City financially, but we're going to do the best we can. But the thing is, now, financially, they're not that far off, really. And you go to this incredible facility, this huge stadium, and you pay these incredible ticket prices, and you watch 3 home wins in the league in a year. You can understand why people are a bit cross about that. So I think it's very important, just for the general atmosphere, that there's some kind of reaction from Spurs today and that they show a little bit more than they did last weekend.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Lars. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Lars.
Anytime, guys.
This text says, the Church of XG will be built on sand, and that is from N. Warnock in Cornwall.
Oh, that's nice.
So a bit of news that we were kind of expecting. Middlesbrough have taken Rob Edwards of today's game. He was ready and willing to take charge. This is from Alex Crook, our football correspondent. There is now an air of resignation from Borough that Edwards is likely to join Wolves. Seems like it's inevitable now. And Jackie Oatley...
Are you taking charge at Middlesbrough, Max? That sort of thing normally happens at talkSPORT, is if someone gets taken off at late notice, you go in and you go in and
Who have we got?
Cover it.
Who are we playing? I should know this.
You're not going in and covering it at Middlesbrough, though. Today,
I'm home. We're home to Birmingham. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And when it's a 3 o'clock kickoff, I might not make kickoff. Can you tell them? Are we going to do it together, or?
Well, yeah. I just got to cover the first 5 minutes and then wait for a guest.
A couple of issues as well, because I'm not sure of the squad, but I'll probably start with Juninho and Fabrizio Ravanelli.
Good. Just go 4-4-2 for half an hour and just
hope that Steve Vickers and Gary Pallister can do a job at the back, and maybe Stephen Pears
get it to the wings.
Goal, possibly. Anyway, Jackie Oatley is next, and we'll do some Wolves with her. That was the this is the warm up in Travis Bono. That was, excuse me, I look at some of the players that we feel will be here for it and deliver this weekend with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Destination football on talkSPORT with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Here for it. Book now at enterprise.co.uk.
Cyan Stockton says, goosebumps, all those players you're mentioning, Max, up the borough. Bring back Southgate, says Cy. It is the warm-up on talkSPORT. Max and Charlie with you till 11. Brought to you with Travis Perkins, doing what matters for the trade. Travis Perkins.co.uk or download the app. Left out, controversially, of the first Ashes squads for the test, for the first test in Perth, but that pitch doesn't suit Travis as well as some of the others. Let's do a bit of Wolves then with Wolves fan, broadcaster, national treasure, Jackie Oatley. Hey, Jackie.
Hello, Jackie.
Morning, you guys. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thank
you.
Yeah,
very
really
good. So Rob Edwards, happy with that?
Well, he is clearly a fantastic manager. It would be a swift appointment. Better that they don't let things drag on for many weeks, because Wolves clearly don't have time to waste, bearing in mind their predicament of 2 points from 10 games in the league this season. He's a very good manager. He's a very good human being. He's culturally very strong. And that's something that is a real issue at Wolves, is the culture. The way the players have not necessarily come together behind the manager this season, a huge shift from last season when they went 6 wins in a row and have since followed it up without a win in 14 league games, which is truly extraordinary, just 3 points from a possible 42 since. So a lot of people are looking at the situation and saying, well, why would Rob Edwards leave a very good Middlesbrough side with a good chance of promotion? I can understand that, absolutely. Of course, there's no guarantee of promotion in a hugely competitive championship, which is so hard to get out of. And I think a lot of people look at Wolves and go, well, they're 8 points from safety after 10 games. They'd have a better chance of being... Middlesbrough would have a better chance of being in the Premier League than Wolves, but I can also see why he would want to take it. He has a huge link to Wolves. He played 100-odd games in the Championship for them, but also he was on his coaching journey there. He has a strong affinity with the club. And I hosted a Q&A with him just for staff members a few months ago, something that he wanted to do because he wanted to give back to the club and to the coaching staff and to the analysts.
You got in the job, Jackie.
He wanted the job, Jackie. That's why he did it. I want to give something back. I want the damn job. That's what it was, Jackie.
No, I think he just... And also, I think something that people understandably don't think about is the lifestyle family situation. He lives in Birmingham, and being able to live at home with his wife and kids and go to the training ground first thing in the morning as opposed to live away from home all week, I think is a really big factor for a human being and the ability to be able to do the job and not have to live in a hotel or wherever he's been living. So I think there's a combination of factors there, and I can see why he might want to take the job if that is to be the case. And obviously he's been stood down from Borough's game today.
Yeah, like 3 points in a possible 42 doesn't seem enough, does it? It's funny because up until the Fulham game, I've been saying, actually, I think Wolves are better than their points return. And then when I watched the Fulham game, I thought maybe, actually, no, Wolves are bad.
Okay, so you probably watched the Tottenham game when they competed really well. And they've had those games in fits and starts, maybe the second half against Chelsea in the League Cup, you could say. Not a huge example of how they have been together, but they have at times. And they really should have seen that game out at Tottenham. That should have been the first 3 points of the season. They followed it up at home to Brighton, conceding the lead late on there, and then they've lost all 3 games since. Hugely damaging defeat at Sunderland, at home to Burnley in the last 5 seconds of stoppage time from their own throw. And then I was at that game at Craven Cottage last weekend where Fulham barely had to get out of second gear. And really, I think rather than that just being the team's not very good, I think that was a case of the manager wanted out. His last 3 team selections, Vitor Pereira at Wolves, screamed, pay me off, I'm out of here, because had his life depended on those results, I don't think he'd have been picking those teams. And he'd fallen out with both Brazil international midfielders. So neither of them started at Fulham last weekend. Both bizarrely came off the bench. And so it needed a reset. It's quite clear he had to go. And James Collins in interim charge for Chelsea away today is going to galvanise the squad. He's going to get them focused. Intensity in training apparently has been really lacking. And everything pointed to a change of manager just a few weeks after giving him a nice 3-year contract, which was very odd.
That was odd, wasn't it? You speak to Luton fans and they say Rob Edwards was really good when there was momentum, when he was getting them up out of the Championship into the Premier League and then into the Premier League, being sort of plucky underdogs. He was great at that, but when it sort of went south and they went down again and it was going the other way, he couldn't quite get them playing again. If Wolves do go down, Do you think he'll be able to do that at Wolves?
Yeah, I do think so. It looks that way, but I'm maybe in the minority of possibly one, apart from James Collins, the interim head coach, who doesn't think it's a lost cause. Honestly, I genuinely don't. I know it sounds ridiculous. We're still only in early November. There are a lot of points to play for. And there are some good players there. Yes, they've downgraded the squad. They haven't adequately replaced Cunha and Aït-Nouri. We know that. The signings in the summer weren't good enough, but that's on the manager, by the way, and the director of football there. They had the say in those signings. They weren't up to scratch. It wasn't the amount of money that was spent. It was the poor direction of travel. So I do think that Rob Edwards has a chance, if it is him, by the way, has a chance of turning things around. What he has to do is get the players all focused and believing in what it is that the manager wants them to do, which has clearly vanished. And also organise the defence. The chopping and changing of personnel has been extraordinary. You ask any professional club, if they chop and change players every single week, and the goalkeeper, who's been changed as well, doesn't know who his right back's going to be, who his left back's going to be, the central defenders in front of him changing all the time from a 3 at the back, a 4 at the back, a 5 at the back last week. And they played that way. And how on earth they haven't got a right wing back after Semedo moved on, giving him the whole summer to make up his mind whether or not he decided to take the contract that was on the table, and leaving them somehow with Keanu Hoover playing last weekend. It was one of the worst performances I've ever seen from a right wing back. It has been shambolic. So in answer to your question, I don't think it's entirely a lost cause at all. Bring back the Brazilian midfielders who are exceptional, get them all playing for each other, and possibly recruit better in January, and things could look rather different.
There's a lot of frustration above whoever's manager with the ownership. If Wolves go down, how obviously it's not good to go down, understand that, but how disastrous would it be? Or is Wolves in good shape if that happens?
Well, they are in better shape. They've been steering clear of the FFP issues, or what it's called these days, and they've been okay in terms of their business dealings in the summer. So financially, they're not in a disastrous situation. The big problem at Wolves, we can talk about formations and fullbacks and Brazilian midfielders as much as you like. The big problem at Wolverhampton Wanderers is the chairman, Jeff Shee, and the ownership, Fosun, who really have Wolves as a tiny little drop in their investment ocean. They don't really matter a huge amount to them. How much they're even keeping an eye on Wolves being bottom of the table, how much they even know how drastically the income will be slashed if and when they fall to the Championship is not clear. All Jeff Shee's communications are utterly random, utterly bizarre. He doesn't seem to get the people at the club. There are some fabulous human beings at Wolverhampton Wanderers at all levels of the club, but they're all being led by somebody who treats them with disdain in terms of their views, their thoughts, the direction of travel, the stadium. What happened to the new stadium? Where's the renovation of the stadium? Where's the conversation about what's happening to the temporary sand in the corner where the fans are getting pelted with rain on match days? What is happening at the club? What is the direction of travel? Where do you want to be? Do you care if they're in the Premier League? Do you care if they are relegated? Will you still be in there? What Wolves fans desperately want is for somebody else to come in and to buy Wolves from Fosun. That is what they need. And in the meantime, if anyone can persuade Jeff Shee to really listen to the supporters, to meet with the supporters, to conduct an interview with somebody who will have an open two-way conversation with them, I'd happily sit down with him and ask him all these questions face to face, but he won't talk to the local media. And when he does talk, it's in a very controlled way and doesn't answer any of the questions supporters want the answers to. So that is the big problem. As long as he's at the helm, Wolves are likely to be in some sort of predicament.
Jackie, always nice to talk to you. Lovely to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, Jackie.
Jackie Oatley there, broadcaster and Wolves fan. Whenever I hear Jeff Shee, I hear Jeff Shreves. And I'm like, when did Jeff Shreves buy Wolves? And he's really, shouldn't he be doing a better job?
He really
Jeff
Shreves
Shreves really needs to pull his finger out, doesn't he, and do that. It's absolutely outrageous. Sean says, I'm listening to the warm-up in Sharm el-Sheikh whilst someone is running aqua aerobics. Lol, he says. Just let us know how that's going. Well, that's a nice image, isn't it?
Does aqua aerobics work, Max, do you think?
Does it work?
Do you think it works? Do you think people get what they need to out of it?
What? my algorithm has realised that I'm, in my mid-40s.
Yeah.
And now it says, you're beyond press-ups, and now you have to do Tai Chi.
Oh, yeah.
And, just sort of like shake your arms about a bit, and that's how you get a six-pack.
Just do something. All you've got to do is something, isn't it, Max?
Yeah, you've got to keep doing something. But I think, when I've seen aqua aerobics, you seem to be of an age, and I reckon there will come a time when that's your five-a-side. When you're like, come on, put it in, I think once you're 70, whatever, I think it's probably quite good for you, Don't knock it, Charlie.
Okay. I'm not knocking it. I'm asking if it works.
But how do I know?
I've never seen anyone slim doing it. That's all I'll say.
That is absolutely outrageous, Charlie. That is outrageous. Producer Andrew says we do need to break. We're having an interesting conversation about aqua aerobics, Andrew, for goodness sake. It's what people care about, just on the day of, huge day of Premier League and EFL action. Does aqua aerobics work? 8 till 89. Let us know. It's Max and Charlie here till 11. Morning all, it is Game Day warm-up on talkSPORT. No, just warm-up on talkSPORT. Max and Charlie with you until 11. Time for this.
Get in the ring to win on talkSPORT.
We've got a new prize up for grabs. We're giving you the chance to win 2 tickets, the highly anticipated rematch between Chris Eubank Jr. Do the trumpets. Between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday the 15th of November. The prize includes a one-night stay at a 5-star hotel in London, plus £5,000 spending money to make it an unforgettable weekend. Listen up, here's how to enter.
18 plus, UK excluding Northern Ireland. For a chance to win, text the word BOX to 83338 and you're in the draw. Text costs £2 plus 1 standard network rate message. You must have the bill payer's permission, or you can enter for free by calling 0330 880 3338. All entries must be received by the 13th of November at 1 p.m. and you need to answer our call to win. This is a talkSPORT limited promotion. Full terms and conditions at talksport.com.
Okay, let's look at the latest odds of today's action with William Hill.
In the Zone on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Final One Standing. New from William Hill. 18 plus gambleaware.org. Terms and conditions apply.
I need somebody.
Bell belts.
Not just anybody.
Bell belts.
You know I need someone.
Lee Phelps, welcome.
Hello, Lee.
We kind of missed that first one, don't we?
Yeah.
We need to kind of be ready for it. It comes in very sharp. That first felt.
Well, the thing is, do you know what, Liz? It's interesting you bring that up. We have asked if talkSPORT will pay for a conductor so that we just have, in a tuxedo, with a little baton, just standing just in front of us with a lectern.
Well, they said they can't because they're getting rid of the cameras for YouTube.
That's the issue. We'd have the back of the head,
Fair enough.
Simon Rattle. And they say, we can't afford, and we said, we want Rattle or no one. And they went, well, we can't afford Simon Rattle. He doesn't want to work for talkSPORT. We say, well, if he doesn't want, he's not worth it. But if we are looking into that, so then we don't want to, because we do miss the first.
Name another conductor, Max. Go.
I don't want to.
No, I can't name
Elgar Howarth. There you go. Elgar Howarth.
You're very good.
Because I tell you why I know that.
I
tell you why I know that as a man of the people.
Oh, yeah.
He conducted me when I played in the Cambridgeshire County Youth Orchestra in 2001.
Very good.
Played second clarinet. We played Wagner's Goethe Dämmerung. Yeah,
there we are.
Classic. And that's why
this has gone really highbrow.
Yes, very highbrow, Lee. If you're come on this show, you better be prepared for all chats.
Wow.
I can't help being a man of the people. I just can't help it. As I said,
his street credentials.
Growing up, Lee, we didn't even have a full-size harp in the music room. It was embarrassing. It wasn't even in tune. Absolutely embarrassing. Anyway, you want to start with horse racing. So start with horse racing.
Yeah, something you harping on for a minute. The William Hill The William Hill £500,000 has been launched this week. This effectively turns the Grand National into £1 million race for the winning connection. So what it is if the same horse wins one of the 3 big trial races and then goes on to win the Grand National, and some famous ones have Neptune Collonges, Monmouth, one for Arthur, all did that, won a trial race and then went on to win the National. They win an extra £500,000 courtesy of William Hill. It's all part of a big deal that we've done with the Jockey Club, which we're really, really thrilled to announce this week. It'll all be unveiled today for the William Hill All Rowan Chase, where we've got extra place races there. We've got extra place races across the racing calendar today. Best odds guaranteed, price boost as well. So, yeah, plenty to get. You'll see a lot more about the William Hill £500,000, but it's all launches today. So we're chuffed and we're really ready to get going with a big season of jumps racing.
Good stuff. Right, final one standing. It's getting exciting
Must
now.
be close now.
Yeah, another £500,000 on the line here in the original and the biggest jackpot, of course. Less than 1% of players are left now. We started with 300,000. We're down to less than 3,000 now in there. 49 in the talkSPORT League, by the way. The most popular picks. Obviously we're into, this is round 11.
Yeah.
Most of the big teams have gone. There's still a few scattered around.
Okay.
Who do you think are the one team has got 50% of the picks?
West Ham
for this weekend.
West Ham.
Absolutely. West Ham. I mean, 2 weeks ago, if you were having to put your picks on West Ham, you'd have been worried. Now, I guess, Nuno's got that first win.
It's great. 50%. Recency bias is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it comes down. Forest have got 14% of the picks. Everton 14 as well. Palace 5%. So it could be a big weekend. We thought this maybe last weekend, but 90% of players got through last weekend. So if it obviously we don't think it'll be won necessarily this weekend, but We've got the international break, and then it's another couple of weeks for people to still, for the nerves to build up more and more and more. So yeah, you got till 12:30 to get your picks in on that league. If you haven't played or you've been knocked out, then there's a 20k league starting at 3 p.m. today as well, so you can get involved in that one. Really looking forward to seeing how the results go.
How do you see Spurs Manchester United going? 12:30 kickoff live on talkSPORT. Spurs
at 17-10. Man United 29-20 in the draw, 12-5. I just don't really understand why Man United should be favourites going to Spurs. I know both are inconsistent, but that kind of lends into my argument even more. Spurs, did well against Man United last season, of course. I think they're very similar in terms of their inconsistency. I'd have to, obviously, one of the teams has been playing midweek, so that is a slight, advantage to Manchester United. But at the prices, I think I'd have to go with Spurs. There's an epic boost on this game. It's Bryan Mbeumo to score or assist, 7-4 boosted from even money. You get impact sub on that as well. So if he goes off, the playing coming on carries your bet on. But yeah, I like Spurs. And to be honest, this is a bit risky. Spurs is the risky leg of this for me. This is a 5-team ACCA. We've got an ACCA bet and get, which means if you place an ACCA, you get a free football ACCA to use. I'm chucking Spurs in there. I think they're overpriced. I'm going to go Everton as well at home. Fulham beat Wolves last week, but that might be their level, to be honest. But I think Everton at home is a step up for Fulham. I think West Ham do beat Burnley. Nuno, if you could have asked for a back-to-back game to make it 2 wins on a bounce, this would have been it probably at home. Arsenal, will win at Sunderland, I think, at 4-9. Chelsea will win at home to Wolves at 4-11. So with Spurs in it, that's over 20-1. Without them in it, it's more around 8-1. If you're in our shops or on the app, ACCA Boost is available. 4 or more picks, you can use that separately to the ACCA bet and get. And we've got darts, we've got rugby union, rugby league, we've got boxing. It's a cracking day of sport. Can't wait.
Good stuff, Lee. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you, guys.
Lee Phelps there. That was the latest odds brought to you by Final One Standing. New from William Hill. Terms and conditions apply. 18+. Gambleaware.org.
In the Zone on talkSPORT. Brought to you by Final One Standing. New from William Hill. 18+. Gambleaware.org. Terms and conditions apply.
The Sizzler says, famous conductor Jack from On the Buses. Thank you, Sizzler.
Lovely Sizzler.
Charlie,
yes.
Jill has been in touch.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Jill.
United fan. How dare you? Aquafit is a real workout. I would sponsor you to get in the pool with said larger ladies, see how you get on. I mean, since they're broadcasting, live paddle tennis between Drive and the sports bar, the next stop is live aqua aerobics with Charlie.
Jill, I didn't put any gender at all on who was doing the aqua aerobics. I was just saying, what I was saying was
either way, you were being rude. You weren't being rude about a specific gender.
I wasn't being rude about it. I'm just making the observation. I've not seen anyone slim doing it. I was wondering if when you finish the course of Aquafit, if you move on to Zumba or something.
Sometimes I think you're trying to be a bit shock jock here, Charlie.
Shock jock. Talking about aqua aerobics.
Yeah. It's the sort of thing they do down the corridor.
Is it?
They do all 3 hours on that.
Yeah, sure.
You should hang.
I will be down the corridor in a minute, but 2 till 6. Never miss a goal, never miss a beat.
Yeah, I wasn't saying not that far down the corridor. Is what I was saying. Just get your head down.
There's no shock jocking about it. It's just something I've noticed. That's all. But it's good. Okay. Good luck to it. Whatever you want to do, you enjoy yourself. Just don't drag me into it. That's all I'll say.
Well, you dragged yourself into it.
I did. Sorry, Jill. Jill, have a lovely day down the Aquafit.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jill. Sorry, so guilty by association. I offer my resignation. Please don't accept it.
Not accepted. I don't have the authority to accept or not.
Hey, there's always time for time difference.
Always.
So we'll play that next. let's go live to the South Island of New Zealand. We head to Christchurch. There is always time for time difference.
Yeah,
and as always, here's your host, Sam Ellard. Welcome, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Hi, guys. How are we?
Very good,
Yeah,
Sam.
good, thank you.
Get on with it, please.
Yes. How's New Zealand? How's New Zealand treating you?
New Zealand is just beautiful, Max.
Yeah.
What a place.
Lovely,
what a country.
Yeah, I know, lovely. Anyway,
You look like you're on the same witness protection as Ollie Klink.
Yeah.
In New Zealand.
All right.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, in New Zealand. Yeah. Could you get on with it?
Come on.
This is the quiz where our two contestants, Max Rushden, Charlie Baker,
Good morning.
the times when randomly selected goals were scored. There'll be 5 of them, and a margin of error will build. The person with the lowest overall score wins. Now, if the person trailing at any point gets a direct hit on the goal time, the scores revert to 0-0. However, if the person trailing gets a direct hit on the final goal, and if that would see them actually have a lower score, then they will be crowned the winner.
Okay.
The man keeping check of all the scores.
Oh, yeah.
Peters. Hi, Jeff.
Jeff Peters.
Good morning to you, everybody. Max has won 7 of the last 9 time differences.
Wow. Has he?
Before that, Charlie had won 7 in 8. So
what a player.
Good luck,
Let's
Charlie.
go.
I wish you
Time difference goal number 1.
Oh,
We're going
starting.
to the last
We're starting.
night in the championship. Mark Bowler's goal for Watford versus Bristol City. It was live on talkSPORT 2 last night. What time was the first goal scorer? And we'll come to you, Charlie, first.
Oh, I was at Bob Dylan last night, and I've got to say I do not know.
Did Bob not do updates?
Oh, yeah. Go to Ashton Gate.
Well, the answer, my friend, is...
Oh, well done, Jeff.
Really
good. Save that for Thursday. I don't know. Which goal are we talking about?
The Watford goal against Bristol City last night.
Yeah, and they scored how many goals was it, Sam?
Was it
Get
the
on with it.
I think it was the 34th minute.
Max?
Was this game at home? Watford?
Watford were at home to Bristol City last night.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
6th minute.
Oh, early.
Let's find out, shall we?
And it's a ball over the top that Aaron Gunder's trying to bring down, and he's slipped it past the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Max Rushden, that goal was scored in the 6th minute.
Oh,
Good start.
Max checks. He's good. He's very good, isn't he? He's very good.
What a start.
Check.
from
I
Max
follow football.
Yeah,
check.
I
That's
follow
not how to
football.
check.
I follow football, but you can't follow all of it.
No, you're right.
So the scores after 1 goal is Max 0,
28-0.
Charlie 28.
Still time. There's still time.
Always time. There's always
You can't lose from here, Max, can you? Can't lose from here.
can.
Time difference
You can.
goal number 2.
It's the beauty of time difference. You really can.
Nicky van der Ven's goal
yes.
against Copenhagen in the week in the Champions League.
yes.
Max, do you get first go with this one?
Max, come on, Max.
64th minute.
Charlie Baker.
62nd minute.
It was a good goal, and here's how it sounded.
Nicky van der Ven, what a run this is. 50 yards, 60 yards. What a goal.
Ugh. What a goal.
And I can tell you, that goal was scored. Well done, Max Rushden, in the 64th
Wow, he's
minute.
so good at it, isn't
Here
he?
we go. Here we
He's
go.
really
It's
good.
stuff
He's
here.
going for
It's good stuff here, Max.
5 dead heats.
Could I get 5
Charlie, I'm
direct
surprised
hits?
you're not accusing him of cheating like you normally do on a Thursday, even though when you...
Well, you're allowed to do research for this one. You're not allowed to do research for the birthday spread. And Paul
So
speaks
Max
to the
stays
papers limited.
on 0 and Charlie moves on to 30 with
Oh,
3
yeah,
to 5.
30. Are we going to
Okay.
talk about the Torquay Farnborough goals on Wednesday night? Or no, we're not.
Possibly, but that's not time difference goal number 3. We're sticking with the Champions League to Wednesday night. Qarabag Chelsea. The Qarabag second goal.
Yeah.
Marko Jankovic was the goal scorer. But Charlie Baker, what minute?
Yeah, I think it was 56th minute.
Maxi?
Maxi.
54.
I like that, Maxi.
Yeah, a little nickname. I'm getting comfortable now, aren't I? Here's how the goal sounded.
What do you think, Maxi?
Jankovic steps up, left-footed, buries it in the bottom corner.
And that goal was scored in the 39th minute, Jeff.
Oh, Max said 54th.
I said 54.
Can everyone listen, please, and stop just
If anyone
waffling on?
could all the listeners, especially the listeners,
Focus
if you're at
in
home,
on what
listen
is
to
going
this.
on.
Okay, so the goal was in the 39th minute. Max is 15 out onto 15. Charlie 17 out onto 47.
Yes.
Uh,
So 2 the gap, 2 to go.
Not too big.
Max guess first.
We've had bigger gaps than this, Dan, Jeff, haven't we?
Indeed.
Yeah, we have. Here we go. Come on, Matt. Come on, Sam.
It's been some good lines today.
Time difference goal number 4 was Phil Foden's second
Only
goal.
one in the studio. It's me, and then a mug who comes in.
In the Champions League.
Okay, his second goal. You do look lonely in there. This is me first, is it? Is it me
you,
first?
Max. Yeah.
Phil Foden's second was in the 63rd minute.
Yeah. What did you say, Max?
63rd minute.
Yeah, 61st minute.
Get on with 61st minute, okay.
Yes, how it went in?
Foden! Oh, yes! A lovely little body swerve onto his left foot.
Lovely.
Arrowed into the far corner. It's another Phil Foden finish of the highest quality.
The sausage.
57th minute, Jeff Peters, wasn't it?
Max 6 out onto 21, Charlie 4 out onto 51, 30 the gap. To go back to go.
Okay,
here we go.
Time difference goal number 5, the Premier League Monday night. It was live on talkSPORT. Granit Xhaka versus Everton on Monday Night Football.
Granit Xhaka scored after 46 minutes.
I need it dead on. 48 minutes.
Here's how it sounded.
Lays it to the edge of the box. Xhaka deflected and in.
He started with 2 direct hits. He ends with a direct
Bang!
hit.
Great play, Max. Very
in
good.
The 46th minute. That's
Very,
a pretty good
very
time
good.
difference.
Top level
Thank you very
time
much.
differencing.
I'm the winner. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Charlie.
Thanks,
Reshman's
everyone.
next. Goodbye.